may now begin your presentation.
To the men who lost their homes and properties to flooding, to the women who continue to suffer from life-threatening illnesses, the problem of waste is more than just statistics, but a harsh reality that needs changing.
Waste, with its subtle ability to pollute our resources, jeopardize future generations, stands as one of the most provoking and urgent global issues we face in the world today.
Over 350 million metric tons of plastic waste is generated globally every year, and 2.5 million tons of these wastes are generated in Nigeria, with up to 400,000 tons generated annually in Kaduna State. That's the equivalent of over 14,000 shipping containers filled up with waste.
The history of plastic waste in Nigeria can be traced back to the 1990s, when Nigerians had limited access to potable drinking water. Now, as a solution, Nigerian entrepreneurs created sachet water, popularly known as pure water, which soon became a booming industry worth over $1 billion.
Plastic waste is a leading problem we face in the world today, endangering our delicate ecosystem and demanding our urgent attention. We have risen to the challenge and created a sustainable business that converts waste to wealth. We present to you Pulp Industries.
Pulp Industries stands out as a revolutionary company that has birthed several innovative solutions, converting waste into high-quality products, reducing plastic pollution, and ensuring sustainability.
After last year's achievement, you may be thinking, what more could we expect from Pulp Industries? Well, let us take you through the journey of another breakthrough innovation, introducing P2P, plastic to paint.
Our product P2P is more than just paint. It is an innovation that converts single-use plastic, specifically low-density polyethylene, popularly known as pure water sachet, and polystyrene, another major form of plastics, largely used in packaging in the form of food takeaways and styrofoam in electronics, into high-quality paints.
Our process involves upcycling LDPEs and polystyrene and utilizing them to create paint binders and fillers, which are then combined with our high-quality ingredients to produce a premium paint.
Conventional paint typically contains 30 to 50% binders and 8% fillers. Our paint takes an innovative approach by replacing a portion of the binders and fillers found in conventional paint. Now, the resulting paint exhibits excellent durability, waterproofing, and adhesion properties, making it suitable for a wide variety of applications.
What sets P2P apart from traditional paints is that it is made from recycled single-use plastic waste and contains a natural mosquito repellent ingredient, providing added values for our customers. We work with Beggar Paint, one of the largest manufacturers of paint in Nigeria, to help ensure our product is up to industry standard.
We have a long-standing partnership with the Kaduna State Ministry of Environment, ensuring a steady supply of our raw materials. And in collaboration with our University Health Services, we've been able to expand our impact to 18 more women who are involved in the sourcing and cleaning of these plastic waste. This brings the total number of women involved in our operations to 38, marking a significant growth from last year.
We conducted surveys and interviews with various stakeholders, including potential customers, suppliers, and industry experts. Our findings revealed a significant demand for eco-friendly products, especially in the real estate sector, with the global market for green coating expected to reach $118 billion by 2027.
P2P takes a unique approach by refurbishing old paint cans and reusing them for packaging. We conducted a needs assessment in our community, where we discovered that not only do they suffer from plastic pollution, but a large percentage of their able-bodied youths are unemployed, with no hopes for the future.
Determined to change this narrative, we carried out a training program in partnership with AA Interiors and the International Center of Excellence for Rural Finance and Entrepreneurship, ICEF, to empower 15 of these youths to become professional painters, forging a path to a brighter future for themselves and for their community.
Meet Musa, a former at-risk youth who now earns extra source of income from our outsourced painting contracts. Our product P2P is sold to both contractors and individuals. Now, as part of our marketing strategy, we go beyond regular sales by offering discounted painting services carried out by our team of professionally trained painters.
P2P can be purchased on our e-commerce site by customers living far from our partner stores from the comfort of their homes.
A 4-liter tin of P2P is made from 400 grams of plastic waste. This costs 2,200 naira to produce and is sold for 3,000 naira, earning us a profit margin of 26.6%. Through manual systems of operation, our production capacity stands at 6 tins weekly.
Our eco-friendly paint offers a cost-competitive alternative to traditional paint. This, among other added benefits, has positioned our brand strongly in the green coatings market.
P2P through Pulp Industries has gained several national recognitions from notable organizations like the Creative Business Corp in partnership with MasterCard Foundation, NUC, Wema Bank, TED Fund, and many more, which has secured the company non-equity funding of 3.2 million naira.
With this fund, we purchased a new set of mixers, which has enabled us increase our production capacity to 25 tins weekly. We are now in the process of producing over 500 tins of paint, generating 1.5 million naira in revenue, eliminating 200 kilograms of plastic plastic waste and over 500 kilograms of CO2 emissions by the end of this year.
So far, we've sold 164 tins of our quality emulsion paints and generated over 490,000 in revenue since we launched, eliminating over 60 kilograms of plastic waste and over 190 kilograms of CO2 emissions.
We sent samples of our paint to KC Law Properties, a real estate company in Abuja, and to 80s construction company, who after trying out our paint, expressed their desire to partner with us. Now, to meet their demand, we're partnering with the Raw Materials and Research Development Council, Abuja, to help us acquire a 1,000-liter paint mixer, which will enable us to increase our production capacity by over 1,000%.
Now, let's tell you how far our flagship product, the Pop Shoe Polish, has come as it continues to thrive in the marketplace.
Following the celebration of Pop Industries at the 3 days World Toilet Summit, where we presented our product to over 2,000 individuals, we got several invitations from media agencies like the Queen FM, Ariwa FM, the Zulu Podcast, and Wazobia FM. We were also invited to speak at the WASET celebration of the World Recycling Day to enlighten the general public about the effects of this plastic waste on our environment and how to promote a healthy living.
In a bid to meet the demand of the military to supply over 6,000 cans of polish monthly, we leveraged on the guidance and mentorship of the former Enactus Global Chief Innovations Officer, whose insights helped us to optimize our production processes by acquiring a steady supply of chemicals from ideal chemical stores and purchasing new equipment for our factory operation.
We've sold 18,000 cans and expanded the number of our retail outlets to 63 across Kano, Kaduna, and Abuja, eliminating over 70 kilograms of plastic waste and over 200 kilograms of CO2 emissions, generating 9 million naira.
And in partnership with Leap Africa, we carried out a plastic waste management campaign across Zaria. We reached out to secondary schools and higher institutions, enlightening over 10,000 individuals on plastic waste management.
We're excited to inform you that Pop Industries now sponsors the Wise Up podcast, a platform dedicated to enlightening Nigerian youths. Now, through engaging discussions, the podcast has enlightened and inspired over 1,000 listeners.
By 2025, we project to generate a revenue of 110 million naira from our product, eliminating over 1,400 kilograms of plastic waste from the environment and over 4,100 kilograms of CO2 emissions.
Pop Industries is not just concerned with plastic waste management. Our vision is to build a sustainable future for us all and generations yet unborn.
While the world battles plastic waste, Nigeria faces another huge problem: food waste. Every year, the country produces 1.8 million metric tons of tomatoes, ranking 14th largest producers of tomatoes in the world and second in Africa.
Sadly, up to 45% of this harvest goes to waste due to inadequate storage facilities, transportation, and limited market access. This accounts for a staggering loss of over 800,000 metric tons of tomatoes every year. That's over 40,000 truckloads of tomatoes left to rot away, contributing 1.9 million metric tons of CO2 emission.
Last year, we shared an idea of transforming these excess tomatoes into powdered form. And today, that idea has birthed a new business. Ladies and gentlemen, Tompa.
Following our needs assessment in Bomo community, where we found that they had surplus of tomatoes, but due to insecurity, inadequate storage and transport facilities, these tomatoes are wasted, leading to financial loss to the farmers. We also carried out market research among restaurants in Zaria, where we got their feedback on a need for a long-lasting form of fresh tomatoes.
We get these excess tomatoes from the farmers, and by using a natural process, we convert them to powdered form, ensuring the availability of tomatoes all year round.
We secured a non-equity funding of 400,000 naira from Act Foundation, which aided the upscaling of production, allowing us to procure a bigger dehydrator and brand new set of eco-friendly packaging materials for our products.
It will interest you to know that Tompa is now fully registered under the Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria and is on track to becoming NAFDAC approved. They visited our factory and were impressed.
Tompa comes in different varieties such as Tompa Pepe, Tompa Jollof, and Tompa Classic. These varieties are carefully prepared to add different bursts of flavors to different dishes and meals to suit the taste buds of our numerous customers.
With no chemical additives, Tompa extends the shelf life of tomatoes to 9 months while retaining its rich flavor and nutritional value. Our product comes in a convenient package with a seal at the top, making it easy to store and reuse. In the sales we have made over the months to hotels and restaurants in Zaria, we have gotten excellent feedback on Tompa's taste and its consistency in meals.
I'm recommending everyone, the general public, to always go for Tompa because it's nutritious, it's 100% natural.
A single sachet of 100 grams of Tompa costs 383 naira to produce and is sold for 500 naira, earning us a profit of 117 naira.
On the 25th of June, we launched our products into the market by organizing a cooking competition with the different varieties of Tompa in use, and our winners earned the privilege of becoming our campus brand ambassadors.
We have sold 86 units of Tompa, generating 43,000 in revenue and saving the environment of 170 kilograms of tomato waste.
By the end of this year, we project to generate a revenue of over 300,000 naira, providing providing job opportunities for over 8 people, and preventing over 1,000 kilograms of tomatoes from being wasted.
As our market continues to grow, we are currently in talks with ShopRite, one of Africa's largest retail companies, with over 2,000 store outlets to expand our reach.
Now, before we wrap up our presentation, let's give you a breakdown of everything we've done within the last year.
This Enactus year, we've invested over 50,000 volunteer hours and successfully impacted the lives of about 10,000 people.
Directly transformed the lives of 10 farmers, 38 women and 30 youths across 2 different communities.
Generated over 13 million naira in revenue.
Saved the planet of over 130 kilograms of plastic waste and over 390 kilograms of CO2 emissions.
Prevented over 170 kilograms of tomatoes from being wasted.
Created job opportunities for 32 people.
Enlightened 10,000 people about plastic pollution.
Indirectly impacted over 600,000 people.
We've developed 3 brands who are collectively generating over 5.3 million naira monthly.
We project to generate a revenue of 114 million by the end of 2025.
Saving the planet of over 1,400 kilograms of plastic waste and over 4,100 kilograms of CO2 emissions.
Preventing over 8,000 kilograms of tomatoes from being wasted.
Addressing 11 sustainable development goals and creating a circular economy.
This is not the end, but the beginning of a story that lives on in the hearts we touched and dreams brought to life through our actions. Changing the world starts with all of us, and this should be the new normal.
Thank you very much. We'll now begin the question and answer session. Only judges may ask questions. Judges, please raise your hands if you wish to ask a question, and kindly wait for me to call your name on you before you ask. Can we have the microphone, please? We'll take the gentleman in purple. We'll start with him. Thank you.
Well done, guys. I've gone through the presentation and listening quite very well. The only issue I have is about your profit margin. At 25, 26, 36, it may likely be unsustainable in the present economic situation. What is your plan to increase your profit margin?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. The profit margin varies because we have 3 different brands. So plan to increase our profit margin. Number 1, we are partnering with the Raw Materials Research and Development Council in Abuja to upscale production for our paint. It's going to drastically reduce our production capacity, our cost price, reduce our cost price and increase our production capacity, giving us access to 1,000 liters capacity at a go. That's producing 254 liter tins of paint at a go. So that is reducing the production capacity, reducing the costs. Really sorry.
Thank you. The lady in the beige jacket. Question, please, no comments.
Yeah, all right. So I have a similar question for the 2 products, the paint and the tomatoes. Competitive pricing. So for instance, your tomato is 383 naira, but the average, what?
Cost price.
Cost. How much are you selling it?
500.
500, but the average tomato sachet in the market is about $100. So what's that your own dried tomatoes? Does it make like 5 tomato paste sachets? That's number 1. And then number 2 for the paint, durability. My sister has a lot of plastic and stuff. Have you done testing? If I paint my house with it, is it still going to be nice and bright in the next 6 months to 1 year? How does it compete with the other paints in the market?
Thank you very much for the question, Ma. So the tomato, the normal, the sachet tomato in the market that costs 100 naira, we both can agree that you can't make a pot of stew with that. You have to still buy tomatoes and mix it with it. But with a sachet of tompa, you can make a pot of stew that can actually serve you and maybe 3 children, because we have tried it and it has worked. So it's actually more cost effective than normal tomatoes. He will answer the paint.
Really sorry. I can't remember the question for the paint.
The durability.
Okay, yes, for the durability of our paint, 1, our paint is mosquito repellent, and then we have done a series of testing. Before we even got to meet with the Raw Materials Research Development Council, they had requirements for us to meet because they cannot put their stamp on something that is not durable, so they tested our paint. We also gave samples of our paint to Beggar Paints for them to test, and then they ensure that it is standard. And our paint is mosquito repellent. We gave it to the Department of Entomology in Ahmadu Bello University's Veterinary Medicine faculty. So they tested it and they showed that it has all the properties of the normal paint.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, for the competitive pricing of the paint, on an average, depending on brand, a 4-liter tin of emulsion paint goes within the range of 2,000 naira to 5,000 naira, depending on the brand. So our product is in between 3,000 naira, not too cheap and not too expensive.
Tony.
Okay. So my question is about the quality of the shoe polish.
Yes.
Have you tested it in water, in sun, and all of that to make sure that, especially in the rain, it doesn't run off, and because it's made out of, again, plastic, right?
Okay, yes, we have done a series of testing. It has been approved by Standard Organization of Nigeria. They give us a man cap, so it has done all the testing. It has done all the testing. Thank you.
Great. Can you pass the microphone further down, please?
Okay. Thank you for your presentation. My question is about sustainability of your business. I know that you're students, so what plan do you have to sustain this going forward?
Okay, so Pop Industries is actually a business. It's not, we didn't make it a project. So the goal is not just after school, we are done with it. So we have alumni that started the project, they started it, and they are actively involved in the business, so in management of the business. So they are running the business on the forefront while we do the underground work. So as time goes on, we are bringing in new products from Pop Industry, so all aimed at fighting plastic pollution.
Any other questions? Okay, one final question. You have 18 seconds. If you can get behind you, please.
Okay. Will that be me? Yes. Right, okay. So my question is really about the CO2 emissions that you projected. Is that for Tompa and for the paint?
Okay, yes, it's for all our products.
For all your products. Okay,
yes.
So what protocol have you used to compute?
Time up. Time up. So we thank the team for maybe you for their hard work and their presentation.